A South Dakota family is experiencing the pain of a court case developing in hopes of finding justice for their daughter's death. In this edition of Missing and Murdered, Beth Warden tells us of a suspect with scratches on his face, his girlfriend missing, and questions about how the federal court system chooses evidence for the upcoming murder trial.
Nobody will forget Sahela.
Representing the family of Sahela Sangrait, attorney Darlene Gomez has learned about Sahela after her young life ended.
How she loved her friends, she loved music, she loved basketball.
Friends remember her too.
She was a very bright soul. She impacted everybody that she came in contact with. She just loved unconditionally.
Questions of what happened to Sahela start at Ellsworth Air Force Base in August of 2024.
On the day that she went missing, the police were actually called to the residence of Quintarius Chappelle, who was an airman at Ellsworth Military Base. And he had a prior history of domestic violence, was actually in the process of being discharged from the Air Force Base. The military police actually sent special forces to that address, and no one answered the door, and they left it at that.
The next day,
now his girlfriend is missing. He comes to work with scratches on his face. He's not responding to calls from the police.
And a discovery about 7 months later near Hill City.
Someone is hiking and finds her body.
As Chappelle and his attorneys prepare for his day in federal court for second-degree murder, Gomez navigates a legal system she says isn't working.
So under the Victims' Rights Act, either the advocate from the U.S. Attorney's Office or the U.S. Attorney assigned to the case should be updating the spokesman for the family, which would be myself.
She says the only updates come from doing her own research.
We find out that the U.S. Attorney's Office has agreed to the motion to suppress all of the social media.
There are more questions.
Still have not been given the reason why the death penalty was taken off the table by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
If she could ask Chappelle questions today,
why would you do it to this vibrant woman that was just going to be 21 years old?
Friends and family will gather for a wake and a memorial April 17th and 18th in Rapid City.
I just hope that there's justice for her and that her family gets healing.
The next court date is the end of May. In Sioux Falls, Beth Warden, Dakota News Now.
We've been in touch with a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney and will update you with any response that we receive.